Welcome to We Don't Claim to Be Experts.
We're three siblings.
Emily.
Katie.
Nick.
Just here to reminisce, laugh, and overanalyze growing up as millennials.
That's right, we don't have PhDs in nostalgia.
But we do have plenty of embarrassing stories, random trivia, and sibling banter to share.
From cassette tapes to the dawn of social media.
To all the life lessons that we have totally learned the hard way.
And everything in between.
We're here to relive with zero expertise, but plenty of laughs.
So sit back, relax, and let's prove once again
that we don't claim to be experts.
I'm recording now.
Check, check, check.
Are you recording now?
Oh yeah, I've been recording this whole time.
This whole time?
Since I joined the video.
Got a new setup this week, as one does.
Me too.
Where are you at? The void?
I'm in my bedroom.
Whoa.
We moved things around, and now our bedroom is comfortable.
Ooh.
It's nice.
I'd ask to see, but that sounds like a personal question.
Oh no, the internet.
My internet?
I don't know whose internet. Hello. She can't hear us.
Emily?
Hello. Yo,
Long time no see.
Hi.
I'm here.
Look at all those bracelets, Emily.
That's what I was just looking at. It's fancy.
Is that what you're showing off? Are those
Yeah.
for the thing
Look at all my
in
jewels.
a couple weeks?
No.
Full transparency.
What?
Almost slipped last night when I saw them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
I have not said anything for the record, but for some reason I've had it in my head that like at some point I've missed her discovering. She still doesn't know.
Mm-mm.
This
Yeah.
is wild.
I was talking to Dad, and I can't remember what I said, but Mom was talking to Chandler, and I'm like, oh, she listens. She knows.
Yeah, she hasn't listened to that episode. She's behind. She's too busy with her games. Her games and her programs.
In case
I
you've
heard
missed
that.
the episode 2, we're going on a sibling trip to Disneyland in like
For 24 hours.
how many weeks?
It's 17 days.
17 days. We're going for
16 days. Maybe now.
24 hours.
17 days last night. Yeah. So that'll be
I
cool.
finally told my
And this
employer
is how our
I'll be
mom's finding
gone.
out.
That's good. Yeah, you gotta get that time off.
No,
Yeah.
that brings up your bracelets, Emily. I have a whole pack.
Yeah, one of them's from Disneyland.
I have a whole pack of those kind of beads. We should make
Uh-huh.
bracelets and then hand them out to people with just the letters.
WWJD.
what would WWWD TCBED?
D.
That'd be a good that'd be good for the website. Katie, you should design that. Put that on a hat.
Okay.
I can't even think of what it is every time. I need that written down.
Write it down.
I should start adding that as a hashtag.
Yeah, you
Like,
should.
Just a bunch of letters.
But like, we gotta come up with like a 3-point plan on what we would actually do so that people can actually put that through their head.
That's a good point. We should go over this. What would people who aren't experts do?
Google.
We would definitely Google it.
Google it. Okay, let me get my pad and paper.
Yeah.
Okay, this be good. Oh, got too much stuff in my drawer. Now I need a pen. Ah, it's falling apart, guys. All right, keep going. I'm listening.
Okay, number
Yeah,
1,
that's
Google.
all I know.
Number 2, only look at the first Google search.
I was gonna say only recite half facts, like that you halfway know.
Go to Google AI.
Yeah,
No.
we'll have to think about it. This is
Yeah.
a work in progress.
Stay tuned.
Well, we can't be expected
whip.
to be experts about creating a list about not being experts.
That's all right. You're asking a lot of us.
Yeah, we don't even know what we're good at.
Good.
I know what we're not good at,
Yeah,
and that's knowing things mainly.
it's an extensive list.
It is. Oh
Um,
my goodness.
Emily, did you listen to the last podcast yet before it's uploaded?
No,
Okay, I'm curious. I had a little.
I didn't have to do anything for it.
Hey, finally, it's like we're back. It was fun getting my little editing fingers rolling. It gave me a bug, so I edited that, and I didn't even tell Chandler. But then I'm like, I want to shoot something, and so I just like did something and edited something personally too. So it was fun. It was fun editing something for fun. Again, not something for work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes you gotta do that.
it was a good release.
Like sometimes Sometimes I audit my own medical bills. No, I'm just kidding. I don't.
I want to make sure I'm.
Just for
I
fun.
want to make sure I'm a
Just make sure
responsible
I got
adult.
charged correctly. Just kidding.
I don't find either of those things fun.
But I left a little tidbit in for you guys because I started recording before Katie joined. So I was wondering if you listened.
No.
Yeah, I'll know when you know. You know.
Okay.
We'll see if you guys listen. We'll see if people listen.
We know that you know that they know that we know that they know.
Yeah. Do you want to? I mean, should
No,
we go
yeah.
over what Katie and I talked about a little bit? I don't know if Katie, if you remember anything from when we recorded last. With
I am
Emily.
shocked you got anything out of that episode.
we
were just
got a good
talking.
28 minutes, and 5 of those minutes was just me talking to myself. I trimmed it down, so luckily the listeners don't have to listen to a one-man band. No, we talked about Dumb and Dumber, Beautician and the Beast. I think we talk about both those things all the time. But
'Cause
Emily,
how can you not? Why doesn't the world know about them?
Dumb and Dumber is what gets me. And when people talk about it, they say it's dumb.
no, it's Dumber.
Ugh.
How could I forget those big hairy
So
nipples that got Chandler when we watched
I can
it?
smell your stinky fanooter from here.
And he's saying it. He's repeating it.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
we got to that part, and it cuts to Bob Saget is in the movie. And Chandler's like, oh my gosh, Bob Saget's in this movie. I'm like, I forgot that he's in this movie. We're not waiting for B-listers to be in this D-lister movie. I got you with Eugene
Yeah.
Levy off the bat. Bob Saget popped up.
Oh man.
Uh,
I'm trying to think.
yeah, we talked about some other movies, not much, but
Oh no, my Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, you're frozen.
oh boy. Okay, all right, Emily, just me and you for a second.
Loading. Okay, so I was looking for a GIF for one of our reels, and I typed in Dumb and Dumber.
Nothing?
Nothing.
See, we got to make. How do we make GIFs for Instagram?
For our own personal use.
Yeah, but let's make GIFs where it's us recreating the scenes. Oh man, that's sad. Come on, people. Watch Dumb and Dumber if you have a spare hour and a half. I don't know. I mean, we saw it at the Dollar Theater.
I liked when the kid is dressed up as the sun, and he won't look directly at him. And I think he calls him Bright Eyes or something.
You have a question for me, Bright Eyes? What happened to Half Horse Boy? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was another reveal.
movie.
I forgot all about Shia LaBeouf being in it too.
Yeah, there were a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't finish it. I say this in the last podcast. We got like 3/4 of the way done, and we had to go to bed. And like a day or two later, I'm like, "Hey Chandler, do you wanna wrap it up?" And she's like, "No, thanks." So she doesn't. Like, aren't you worried?
End on a high
Don't you
note.
want to know? Like, you want to see the climax of Dumb and Dumber?
Pang, 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 pang.
I couldn't find that on YouTube on the for the links. Pink, pink, pink.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna link it.
Oh, of course, you guys brought it up.
Yeah, that's what Dad quotes.
Oh, it's so funny. And Sherry O'Terry.
Oh yeah, plays the lunch lady / special education teacher.
Wow.
Yo,
We're just recapping last week's episode. Redoing
Yeah.
it again.
we need to let the people know.
Bob Saget.
Yeah. There's crap everywhere. Yeah, it's really well done. I mean, they did both the actors did a good job being Harry and Lloyd,
Yeah.
Jeff Daniels and
And you get,
Jim Carrey.
I was just going to say, you get the origin story too of how it got.
Yeah, how do you think I feel? Someone bit me in the forehead.
And Captain Rob, like
Yeah, Harry, that's a pirate.
Chef's kiss.
No.
Oh, and they're playing
peg leg?
the tapes, the secret recordings from his office on the float.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I didn't rewatch that part yet
Waikiki.
for the float because Chandler didn't want to finish it. So maybe I'll have to watch it by myself, the last quarter of it. Yeah, we didn't get to like
Come
the
over.
museum and
I'll
stuff.
watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Texas.
Oh yeah, man. It's been a while since we've got an update from you, Emmy.
No, although that was just 7 days ago.
When when you got to go to the book depository and saw where Lee Harvey Oswald was, what was that like? I mean, I can only imagine just like this pressure and this thing of just seeing where this might have happened if you're not a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, I don't know. After seeing it and seeing like the things, like one of the compelling things, I mean, I don't know if, anyone was colluding with him to get the job done, but I do think it was interesting.
Is that what we're calling the JFK thing now? The job? It's sensitive, Emily.
I don't know. So one thing that was interesting is you got like in the museum they have where they found the gun.
Wow.
It was on the 6th floor. It was like stuffed between boxes, and then just like a few feet away was a clipboard with the orders he should have been working on that morning, but none of them were done.
He got fired
Which is
too.
just which is just, you know what I'm saying though? Like, he was obviously preoccupied that day.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, I'll fill some orders. Man, I'm thinking about this. Man, I'll fill some more orders. I'm gonna go do this. Like,
Yeah.
he was checked out for the day. They had some cool, I shared it on,
Is that them screaming?
what was that? I don't know what's happening.
You're being censored, Emily.
I know. Yeah.
He got his job done that day.
Sorry. I don't know what this dog wants too. They had some cool like random artifacts that were there in the museum, which was really cool. Like one of the things I was gonna say, I put some pictures on our website. So if you want to see any pictures from my trip, so that was kind of fun. But one of them was the place setting that was waiting for him at the lunch he was going to go to right after.
Huh.
It was very surreal to see that, like this place setting that was waiting for his arrival, and he never.
Wow.
And that was kind of cool.
He still had life. Still had, things happening that day. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Did you go down to where the limousine was?
No, didn't go over there. We were kind of close. We had to, go eat lunch and leave.
I just imagine you just
it was
down
kinda-
there, just kind of like,
Yeah. Well, you get a good like perspective from the 6th floor.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was satisfied him alone. So but there were people that would walk out into the road and get pictures taken on the X's. I was like, oh my gosh.
No, I knew somebody. No, that's them
don't know.
pointing, smiling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh. I knew somebody that is from work like a month ago that told me that they went to the book depository, and you don't actually go to the same floor, right, where Lee Harvey Oswald was? Or is it the same floor?
You do.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
6th floor. It's called the 6th floor museum.
Okay, man. No, that'd be crazy. That'd be nuts to see. Because his presidential museum isn't there, right? JFK.
No, I don't believe so, because he's from,
He's like in Boston or
Right.
something, right?
yeah,
Okay.
Googling it as library. Is that
Yeah.
what you're? Yeah, it's in Boston.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'd be interested to see that. I mean, there's so much history. So much of his presidency is just kind of Dallas, but
Yeah. One of the things that kind of blew my mind was, when he was elected, I think they said more than half of the population was under the age of 25,
Wow.
which is pretty crazy. And like now we're kind of on the other end of that, where now it's the that big chunk and group of people is now is like older,
Yeah.
in our world. And so it's kind of interesting to think of it, from that perspective. But the museum was really cool. They had I kind of wondered like how it was going to be, because I mean, how much can you put there, related to the job? Just kidding. But no, they had like the FBI scale model in there. They had Lee Harvey Oswald's wedding ring, which I guess he left on the nightstand for his wife, his estranged wife, the night before. They had some really cool displays of just kind of what was going on in the world, with civil rights and, coming off the tails of, kind of World War II, like that had been, a few years prior. But, our world was influenced a lot by that. And then we had the whole, Bay of Pigs and nuclear stuff going on. There was hopes of going to the moon. There was just like a lot going on during that decade, and so it was really cool. And then they had like video clips, his speeches. One of the pictures I posted was a Christmas ornament that I picked up, and it had a really nice quote. It was like, if I could kind of put into words my thoughts, I love this. It said, "Let us not emphasize all on which we differ, but all we have in common." And John F. Kennedy said that in
Wow.
56. And that was just a really cool quote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like such a different world, too politically. Not just, everything else that's happening.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. And it's interesting that I've been so fascinated by him. I think even before I realized where I stood, on policy, if that makes sense. Like, I started my fascination in 5th grade, and it's just, at that point I didn't have, I wouldn't say my own thoughts politically yet, but how my world has evolved since then, and how, I don't know, it was interesting just seeing all of that in the museum, and like kind of it was really cool.
Yeah, man. That's cool. No, I'd love to see it. But
Yeah.
see
It's a neat
anything else?
experience.
Did you get to see anything else cool in Dallas while you were there?
Yeah, we drove like an hour and a half to the silos and saw the Magnolia silos.
Ooh la la.
Now we're
And
talking.
that was cool.
Move over
Yeah,
the
we're
job.
talking. That's
Did
right.
you get my message delivered? I'm curious if
I didn't. Chip wasn't there, but I left a note on his
okay,
desk.
for that. I want him to know that he's my spirit animal. So
Yeah. Well, he does now, because I'm sure he saw his note
Yeah.
on his desk.
Chip, I know you're listening, and me too.
Yeah. I don't know. Did I send you guys the picture of his sign at his restaurant?
No.
No.
So we accidentally we didn't go to the silos. I typed in Magnolia Table because I was thinking for some reason that Magnolia Table was there at the silos. I didn't quite connect it that it was like a separate location. It was only like 5 minutes away, but we got to see his little, we did this restaurant and there's a marquee out front, and we got to see, he puts these funny quotes on the marquee. And it says, "We have a winter salad if you're into that." Chip.
Do they have like a celebrity house tour, but for the homes they remodeled down there, like a bus with the top cut off?
Not that I know of. Nobody was advertising it. Although at the parking lot we parked at, well, actually it was across the street, there was like this, Jimmy Don, the guy who does their metal work.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy Don. He has a shop across the street. I guess it's not on property owned like by Magnolia, but there's like a donut shop there, and then there's Jimmy Don has like a little shop. But they had like a Waco Tours bus.
Whoa.
So I don't know where they went.
First stop, the castle.
I didn't. Yeah, you can take tours of the castle though,
Oh.
but it's $75 a person.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I was like,
And
That's a lot of money.
it's somebody's home, right? Somebody bought it.
I don't know.
Huh. Anyway,
Was it the castle?
I think so.
Now you got me questioning.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the Chip and Joanna Gaines lore or meta.
Finley told me she had a great time.
Yeah, it was super fun for her. She loved it.
No, that sounds like a blast. How long were you there?
We were there Thursday, so we got in Thursday evening. So it was a pretty short trip. So we had like Friday, Saturday. We also had a wedding in there and a rehearsal.
Man,
And we went to Buc-ee's. Went and saw the big old Buc-ee's gas station.
of course.
I didn't know what to expect. Our local gas station that's kind of fancy schmancy is Maverick. And so I had that was kind of what was in my mind.
Yeah.
But it was like that times.
It's like a Walmart,
10.
right?
Yeah, it was like a gift shop. And then they had people there doing barbecue. They had sauces. They had an entire wall of beef jerky.
Whoa.
I wanted to get Ben some, but I didn't know if I could fit it in my bag, bring it home. But
That's
plus
wild.
I was like, I don't even know what flavor I would get because they had an entire wall of flavors.
if there's a wall, I wouldn't even know what to tell you.
Man,
But yeah, it was fun.
that's fun.
They had home decor.
Oh man, that's what I'm looking for at a gas station.
Yeah.
All right, you recommend Dallas though? Think people should check it out?
Yeah, don't recommend their freeways though. Freeways are kind of crazy.
Man, I just want to drive on that freeway that's like 20 lanes.
Right? I know, that's crazy. I should show you a picture. I took this right when we were headed to the airport, or maybe we were headed to the museum. Trying to think. but I took a picture because it was just like, we have this area in the valley here that we call a spaghetti bowl. And it's just like a mess of like roads crisscrossing all over. But there's like a spaghetti bowl down there like every half mile.
That's
it was
aggressive.
Just, like a mess. And then the GPS would like tell us,
Yeah.
oh, you need to turn right now. And it was like, you need to get over now. And it was really hard. We kept turning down the wrong street.
That's crazy.
It was pretty crazy. So
Man.
I sent a picture. Don't know if you saw
I
it.
did. That is wild.
Well,
That sounds like a lot of fun, though.
I've been pretty boring. I got sick again,
Oh,
so
man.
yeah, some antibiotics coming. Yeah. How about you, Katie? I see you're wearing your Disneyland
Oh,
sweatshirt.
Castle Tour's $50 a person. Sorry, it's $75 for the Gristmill tour. I don't know what that is. All right, continue. Katie, what are you up to?
I rescued a bird from our wall today. Well, Ben did. I did that definitely from a distance. I set up the camera. Nah. But I guess when Ben and Ellie woke up this morning, she was barking at it. And Ben's like,
Oh,
there's no way there's a bird in our wall. I'm like, there's something in our wall. And then he's like, there can't be. Like, that makes no sense. So we go in the living room for like an hour. And then I go in the back room and part of our drywall had been chipped off. And I'm like, there is something trying to get out of our wall. And so Ben ripped a hole open in it. I set up the camera and there was nothing there when he opened it. And we stood there for a little bit, shined a flashlight in, and there was nothing. And so I set up the camera and we went in the other room. And it was probably a good 20 minutes before the bird actually came out.
oh my gosh.
Man.
Yeah.
How do you get a
Bananas.
bird to leave your house?
Luckily, it was in a part of our house where we could just open our back door. And it just flew out.
What a day for that poor bird.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That bird was so.
I think I
was
figured
living
out where it
life,
went in,
for
though.
a second.
Yeah. Nice and warm. But I think I figured out how it got in. So we just got to fix that spot.
So how?
A piece of wood fell off our porch on that part of the house.
So you don't think there's any more?
No.
Hopefully it doesn't have
I
little
showed
babies.
my camera in there and there's nothing else in there. Mm-hmm.
You could put some like tinfoil on it till you get it fixed.
That's a good idea.
I don't, because I think they are nervous about shiny things, and I don't think they like touching tinfoil.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Hey,
The
tinfoil.
Thank
more
you.
know.
I have tinfoil up for our cats, for the plants. I didn't think about that for the bird.
I don't know.
Guess we get a bird in the house. At least they'll stay away from the plant.
Like,
I've solved my bird problem.
Oh, there's this bird on the internet that just swears at people, and I want one so bad.
Is it a crow?
No, it's a parrot or something.
I like when dogs push buttons.
I
They swear.
know.
It's so funny.
It is.
I
bet Ellie
like.
could
do it.
What do I like?
Do you know what I'm talking about, Nick? Have you seen those videos?
I do. I've seen Dex push a button. I don't see.
Yeah, you can teach dogs how to talk with buttons.
With words. It's proof that dogs know words and it'll have a conversation with you.
I think there's a skit
Yeah.
about this where the dog pushes the buttons and then the dog becomes too smart and then the dog like has an existential crisis of like, what is dog? And what is dog's purpose in life or something? No, I like all those things too, I guess. I haven't really thought about it. Parrots makes sense. I was kind of hoping it was a different kind of bird because parrots are just known for talking, and dogs are smart with butts. So I mean, I like that you guys.
Sorry to
like those
disappoint
things.
you.
When you said parrot, Katie, I was a little.
Thanks.
I was like, well, of course.
It's just hilarious that this bird could just at any point just be like, you, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
be incredible.
I'm trying to think of how to transition
I'm
this.
gonna find it. I'm gonna find a good video of a dog pushing buttons.
All right.
Well, I was gonna say, speaking of talking birds, Chandler and I were watching Mrs. Doubtfire the other week, and it starts out with Robin Williams
Being a
being an
Talking
animated voice guy. What do you call that?
voice actor.
Voice actor. Yeah. For a cartoon, and he does the voice for one of the birds, and he's like doing this back and forth conversation, changing voices on the fly. And I'm like, I don't know if people actually do that, but Robin Williams makes sense. Because it seems like he always has
Yeah.
multiple voices going all the time anyway when he's telling the story.
Yeah, such an incredible talent.
Yeah. Do you
I'm
guys
just-
do you guys remember much from Mrs. Doubtfire? I watched it for the whole way through in a long time and appreciated it a lot. Also, didn't realize a bunch of things. Like I didn't realize Mrs. Doubtfire gets drunk at the end of it, or Robin Williams does, and so that's why he's like stumbling and things at the end.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I love when Robin is living with his brother for a minute.
Oh yeah.
I always love this scene when his brother helps him become Mrs. Doubtfire too.
Yeah. The singing part when he turns into what's her bucket.
Who's that pretty girl in the mirror there? Isn't that what he sings?
I can't remember. What's the actress's name?
Streisand.
Barbara Streisand?
Yeah, that's right. It's uncanny.
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh man.
Yeah.
The makeup. Yeah, I like all the little voices.
He's such beautiful eyelashes too.
No, we had a kick. Funny enough, we had a kick. I think we watched 3 or 4 different Robin Williams movies. We just needed a lot of happiness and wanted to see his face a bunch. And so Chandler showed me a movie that I had never seen before called, what's it
English Patient?
called?
He's not in that.
Oh, it's Awakenings. Have you seen Awakenings with Robin Williams?
No.
No.
So he plays a doctor that works at this institution for people that have I can't remember what the disease is, but Robert De Niro is also in it, and he plays one of the patients that just, these people just hit this mode where they're just stuck, and so they just like stare at walls, or they're fixated. But he slowly helps us realize things that are unstuck. And so like he finds that their reflexes still work, and so they like throw a baseball and like they're sitting there and they catch the baseball. But anyway,
Wow.
so he gets these people to work out, and it's based on a true story. And so Robert De Niro, after taking this drug, actually comes back, and like his mom visits him, and he's like back to normal, but then they kind of falling back because the drug, he starts getting used to it or something. But yeah, based on true stories. If you have a time to watch Awakenings, I think it's on Netflix. It was pretty good.
I don't know if you said this already. Sorry, Dodger distracted me for a second. But is it a funny movie? Or-
It's it's got funny bits. It's not like a normal Robin Williams like Flubber, which we
Yeah.
also watched.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not like Dead Poet Society or
Yeah.
one of those, but it's a good feel good story. So yeah, never seen it
give
before.
it a go.
But we also watched The Birdcage. I don't know if you guys have seen that with Robin Williams.
I love that movie.
Emily, if you haven't seen it, you should watch The Birdcage.
It's so good.
Yeah, I can't remember what's the other actor's name that's in it. Plays his husband.
Oh my gosh. What he's in, isn't he in The Borrowers?
Yeah,
Or-
Nathan Lane is in it.
Yeah.
So it's
What
a
a guy.
gay couple that own a drag club, and Robin Williams in the story has a son who brings his fiance, and turns out that her family is going to join him for dinner, and her family, her dad's like a Republican senator or something, so they have to hide there.
I think I've seen it, but it was a long time
it's
ago.
such a
Grandma
good story.
Jarvis liked it.
Oh,
so I could
really?
have seen us watching it with her. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, maybe I saw it when I was younger, but I was shown it a couple years ago, and yeah, we rewatched it, showed it to Chandler's sister. Also really good.
Yeah, I forgot about that movie.
I
I forgot about Flubber.
Really?
Don't know how.
There's a really good quote from Robin Williams that I love, and it says, "You're only given a little spark of madness. If you lose that, you're nothing."
That's sweet. That gives
I love
people
it.
their uniqueness.
Yeah.
I wanted to. I mean, I was thinking about. I mean, everyone knows who Robin Williams is, but I don't know if people know much about his history, where he grew up or stuff. So I can read a little bit from this.
His dad worked for Ford.
Yeah, I was just reading that. His mother was a former fashion model. He learned his humor at an early age, entertained classmates, and was a fan of the comedian Jonathan Winters. When he was 16, his father retired and moved to San Francisco. Williams studied political science and began taking courses in improvisation. He then attended college and studied acting, but later received a scholarship at Juilliard in New York City. After that, he moved back to California and began appearing in comedy clubs in the early 1970s. I didn't realize how much of his life was San Francisco. It helped me gain appreciation. I think when he passed away, he was still living there in San Francisco. Chandler saw something on Reddit today. The main story, I looked into it. It's unproven, but somebody posted that it's actually posted twice today. One in R Made Me Smile, and then another in like Mildly Interesting. But the one in R Made Me Smile was, in every movie that Robin Williams filmed, he asked the production company to hire at least 10 homeless people. And during his entire career, he helped approximately 1,520 homeless folk.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's unproven, unfortunately.
Mm.
But it totally just... through Snopes, it's found. It seems like a high number, but it also seems like something Robin Williams would do. Like, it seemed like he was always trying to
For
help out
sure.
people in their mental health and people in their situations and things. So it's crazy that popped up today, and Chandler was telling me about it earlier. I'm like, send me that link. I need to. In this, people posted just stories they heard of Robin Williams, which are pretty sweet. But yeah, a lot of people like growing up in San Francisco. It's like this top one. I used to go to his house on Halloween because he would pass out the best candy. He's super nice, and when people see him on the street, R.I.P. to this San Francisco legend. So lots of cute little stories from people's personal interactions with him. It's nice.
Yeah.
I learned recently that he credits his mom with his sense of humor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that a lot of the slapstick funny things he learned were from his mom and the way she would time her jokes. I thought that was
It
sweet.
was always amazing to me when I used to work nights and I would listen to a comedy station, and it was just like 5-minute clips of stand-up. It's kind of interesting to hear him in a different context, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. You know, because you see him in these movies or whatever, but it was just kind of interesting to hear him, doing a different...
Yeah. He was made for the genie role, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That role, him in that role, synonymous.
Especially the animation wherein he would change characters, like do Jack Nicholson and
Yeah.
stuff, and he'd just change his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
No,
Hook.
I
Him and Hook was so good.
I was listening to Conan O'Brien's podcast, and I mentioned this on the last one. I've been listening to a lot lately, but
I have too.
oh, really? I love it. It's so dang good. Did you
Yeah.
hear his
Yeah.
story about Robin Williams?
I don't think I've had that.
I'll have to find which episode it's from. But he's telling somebody that after everything happened with the Tonight Show, and he was down and out and had this depression, that he got a phone call from Robin Williams, and he's like, "Hey, I need you to go down to this bike store in Venice Beach. Because I bought you a bike and it has your name on it." And he's like, "What? Why did you get me a bicycle?" He's like, I like to ride bikes. When I'm in a funk, when I need it, when I need help, I just get on a bike and I just go." And so Robin Williams bought Conan O'Brien a bike after everything happened, and I don't remember whatever afterwards, but yeah, that's also known that he was an avid bicyclist. But yeah, just those little things of him thinking, he's like, "I know what you're going through,
Yeah.
and I know that you just need something to kind of escape." And so I think that Conan kind of took that and started biking a little bit, especially with this present from Robin Williams. So
Yeah. He did that for a couple of different actors. He also gave Billy Crystal a bike.
oh, really?
Yeah. But Robin Williams used to bike between anywhere from like 40 to 50 miles in one trip.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
I don't
That's
know if I could do that.
how he was supposed to meet somebody the day after he died to go on a bike ride. I can't remember who it was. And that's how they knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Anyways.
Yeah, he, we had a lot of things throughout the 90s, and I think mainly when we were growing up, that especially if Robin Williams was featured in it, we knew that it was in our world too, is something we'd enjoy. So usually now it's like if something has Robin Williams attached to it, it's something I look out for. I haven't really watched a lot of his the stuff later in his career before he passed away. But I definitely rewatch most of the stuff from the 90s.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I sent
Yeah.
you guys a documentary that was done in 2018 by HBO called Come Inside My Mind.
Man, I've heard about it. I've never watched it.
I haven't finished it, but it's pretty good. It's just like a very real perspective on what it takes for someone to be the type of comedian he was and that kind of persona. It's really good.
Yeah, I forgot that I had looked up an article for Conan talking about the bicycle from Robin Williams. He just said that he thanked him many times, but he just couldn't believe that he was thinking about him. Yeah.
That is cute.
But he had a crazy career, and it seemed like it was all over the place. I mean, one of the things that I forget that he's in that I really enjoy is the Night at the Museum movies when he played Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a role built for him.
Oh, what do I always quote from that?
It's a night at the museum.
I'm made of wax, Larry.
What are you made of? Thinking of the Day to Remember song.
Yeah.
No,
It's in that movie.
Is it? That's where it comes from.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the?
It's literally that's the line between Teddy Roosevelt and Ben Stiller.
Were you gonna say something, Emily?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think I've shared this before, but whenever I was allowed to pick a movie from the video rental store, Hook was my number one, and occasionally Mrs. Doubtfire. Like, those were my two movies, like when I was really young, that like I would always pick if I got to pick a movie. And Mom never told me no, even though I rented it over and over and over and over again, and they were just my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Well, at that point, it was really hard to find movies that were not brand new being sold. So there was not really a way for us to be able to purchase it. So you had to rent it anytime you wanted to watch it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw Hook. I know it, but I need to rewatch it. I've tried to show it to Lyndon many a times. Even we had it on our whiteboard on our fridge. Lyndon, no Hook. Like, I know those are one of those movies that I need to show people is Hook. And that's I mean, a lot of people have probably seen it. But another recommendation I have of Robin Williams movie that Chandler showed me, it's called Jack. I don't know if you guys have seen Jack, where his body grows faster than his mind. And so by the time he's 10, his body is like a 40-year-old. And so he has the mind of a 10-year-old. And so he's going to school and everything, and he's interacting with kids his age, quote. But he's just, he has to learn things a little slower. Very sweet movie. It's got Bill Cosby in it, though, so it's a little...
Bad apples.
Yeah, it's got bad apples.
Is that what that website's called?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, bad apples.
Jumanji.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that movie,
That's
though.
scary.
Yeah.
I forget that
I feel like Dad watched it recently at our house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Huh. It's amazing he'd put that on. I forget that his dad, Jumanji, Robin Williams' dad, is also the hunter. It's the same actor.
Yeah,
Mhm.
spooky. I don't like that movie.
It is
Next
spooky.
question.
Please, can we move on? I'm not saying it doesn't deserve accolades. I'm just saying I don't like it.
I can't blame you.
I think
Being chased by elephants.
I think it might be good to mention, because a lot of the Reddit posts, there's still the idea of his passing. And, you know, there's folks that say that there's this person that was larger than life and, you know, had such an amazing personality and was such, you know, so good to people and seemed so happy why things would happen. And I think people have this idea, they don't know what he was going through with his physical health, you know, with his brain. I can't remember what the disease is, but people think that things happen because, you know, of certain things. I don't know if that's any interest to you guys. I don't know if you want to cut that out, Emmy. But, you know, people just have this preconceived notion of why he passed away the way he did.
He didn't have a name for it when he passed. He was still going through testing to figure out what exactly it was called. It wasn't until after that his wife learned of what it was exactly called.
Lewy body dementia.
Yeah.
His wife described it as a terrorist inside my husband's brain. So it's just this somewhat disease. I don't know much about it. I didn't really look about it, but it's something that just is so painful and really not fun to live with. So it'd be a reason why not to deal with it.
For sure.
And if you are struggling, there's the 988 hotline you can always call and reach out to if you're struggling yourself with, you know, need extra help. Resources that are beyond my resume.
Yeah. No, that's good.
But please reach out to 988 though if you need it.
Yeah. I mean, we love you. People that love you, folks love you, and
right.
we especially love you for listening.
Oh yeah.
Right. Dodger loves you.
Dodger does love you.
I don't know where he is. Oh, he's back here.
This is
I got a picture of
this is
him.
an interesting quote from Barack Obama after Robin Williams' death. Robin Williams was an airman, a doctor, a genie, a nanny, a president, a professor, a bangarang Peter Pan, and everything in between. He arrived in our lives as an alien, but he ended up touching every element of the human spirit. He made us laugh. He made us cry. He gave us immeasurable talent freely and generously to those who needed it most. From our troops stationed abroad to the marginalized on our own streets. Especially that last line that makes me think that he was looking out for our folks that are homeless, that just needed some help too, and he just had people's back and was thinking of everyone all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the movie Fern Gully. Literally spreading awareness.
Don't get Emily started.
Fern Gully. How many terrible movies are we going to bring up? Jumanji and now Fern Gully.
You made Emily. I felt her eyes roll, and then the noise.
Okay. How about August Rush? Do you like August Rush? Because he's in that movie.
That's the one. Is that the one with the rockets or something?
No, it's where the kid plays the guitar but like bangs on it and plays it really differently.
What's the one with the rocket? Nothing.
October Sky?
real quick.
The Best of Times.
October Sky? It might be that one that I'm thinking of.
What's Dodger's watching, Emily? I'll
He's
let you
watching
know if they
Dad?
come this way.
He's watching Dad?
Oh.
Isn't that cute?
Oh, that's so cute. That'd be a cute tattoo. His little ears. In August Rush, she plays a bad guy.
What the?
Now, see, it was another month movie.
Yep. He was in Happy Feet. I forgot about that. What else was he in? Oh, Flubber. How many times did we watch Flubber as kids?
I
At
rewatched it.
Grandpa's house.
I rewatched it. That gave me anxiety. He was not good at keeping time or like keeping
I
his calendar.
Still want the things for the bottom of my shoes.
Man, I'm creeped out by that robot now. His assistant. She had ulterior motive.
She did. Isn't it Bonnie Hunt?
The voice? I don't know.
I don't know why that feels right. I gotta.
Oh,
look it
you
up
know
now.
what? I fell asleep before the ending, and I woke up. What is the name of the robot? I gotta find it.
Sylvia?
Sylvia? Is that it?
Oh, Weebo.
Weebo. Yeah.
Oh.
It's Jodie Benson. It's freaking Little Mermaid.
I woke up at the end of the movie, and I'm like, Chandler, what do you think? She's like, Weebo died.
Oh.
That
Now,
was a takeaway.
You need to break it to her that that's literally Ariel.
Yeah, Ariel died.
Ariel died.
Yeah, I like the whole scene though when he takes his car that has this new technology for it, and it's like an aircraft now. I forgot all about that. It was well done. Like, it was a pretty good movie, but yeah, his character
agree.
frustrated. My takeaway from it was one of the bad guys that gets hit with the head with the bowling ball is the same guy that plays Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs.
Ted Levine.
Yeah.
When I'd watch, this is just things that frustrate you. When I'd watch Mrs. Doubtfire and he was like inviting the barnyard animals over for the party and stuff, like it made me uncomfortable. Like, I was like, this is really bad. But then I was still mad at the mom when the mom came home and crashed the party.
Yeah.
Like,
So were you mad? You're mad at the barn animals for showing up for the kid's birthday?
no, but Robin Williams invited him. He invited a mini pony. And I was wrong, and I knew there shouldn't be barnyard animals in the house, but I was still mad at the mom for crashing the party. It mixed feelings. I didn't know what side to be on.
And Pierce Brosnan's allergic to shrimp. What's he allergic to? Shellfish? That made me mad.
That really gets me fired up.
Have you guys seen RV?
Oh yeah, has what's her bucket in it? J-Lo what's her name? RV. What's that girl's name?
I don't know who you're trying. Chloe Sonnenfeld.
No. Oh. What? Why did I think that was that one singer? Oh no, it's JoJo. JoJo's in it. JoJo's
But the old
daughter.
JoJo, not JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, the old JoJo.
No.
Yeah.
The JoJo that lost her career because of JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
Is that proven?
she lost it. Out with
I'm
the
pretty
old
sure
and
that's
with
what
the new.
she's saying on social media.
There's only room for one JoJo.
We wanted the new JoJo.
I don't know.
You had
I'm not
RV.
paid because I'm an expert. RV's a good movie. It also has little baby
Forgot
Josh
about that movie.
Josh
Hutcherson.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and Kristen Chenoweth.
That's a good movie.
Wait, it has so JoJo's in it, but then it has another guy that plays a character named JoJo. So there's 2 JoJos in RV. So
I bet that
That
was
would be
confusing.
so JoJo Siwa is the 3rd, and she took the career from 2 JoJos.
Matthew Gray Goobler plays JoJo.
That's right, Katie. That's our trivia.
I gotta rewatch this movie.
And then did you see the character that Kristen Chenoweth plays?
Yeah.
Jaja.
Mary Jo.
Joe. There's too many Joes.
Yeah, Mary Jo.
Very creative writing. What should we call her? JoJo.
And then wait, what? And then wait, this is confusing because it has like the cast. Okay,
Yeah,
never
I
mind.
was confused by that too.
Okay, there's a lot. But yeah, Mary Jo, JoJo, and then JoJo. And then Siwa.
And then Siwa. What a wild career that man had.
I have this list of things, Emily, that we got a link. It's 15 trivia tidbits about Robin Williams. That some of them are kind of crazy. He was roommates with both Batman and Superman growing up. Batman being Kevin Conroy, who did the voice from Batman the animated series, and then he was roommates with Christopher Reeve, who played Superman.
Ooh, I have a good story about that.
Go on.
Katie, yes.
Okay.
Ow,
Ow, I just hit my headphone.
She's raising
So
her hand.
when
we were calling on her.
Christopher Reeves was paralyzed,
Oh, I have heard this story.
Robin
ahead.
Williams dressed up as a doctor and came into his room and made him laugh. Do you remember what he said?
No.
He said something really funny and I can't remember it. I butchered it. But that was the first time he had laughed since he was paralyzed.
He made him laugh by pretending to be a Russian colon doctor.
I'm a proctologist here to perform an examination. That was on this list.
Could you imagine?
Huh.
Sorry.
Man. Okay, so in The Awakenings, the movie I told you about with Robert De Niro and him, he accidentally broke Robert De Niro's nose in that movie. Yeah, a couple interesting things on this list. I'll send it to you, Emmy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, all right, well,
I'd be scared to break Robert De Niro's nose.
me too. I've always said it.
You have always said
If I want to
that.
be known for anything, my fear of breaking Robert De Niro's nose.
Should make a
Accidentally.
shirt. I'm scared of breaking Robert De Niro's nose.
Oh, man. All right, well, okay, recommendations. What do you guys got?
Oh, I wasn't prepared for this.
Every week, Emmy.
Oh.
Actually, I have a good one. I have a good one for our listeners that wear boxers to bed. I just wear them as shorts. They're Goodfellow, Target
What?
brand, classic knit boxers. Chandler got them for me for Valentine's Day, and I'm a fan. They keep you cool. Your legs are free at night, and yeah, enjoy. There you go.
All
Next
right,
up,
Cool. Not a sponsor.
and I wish.
There's a particular brand that a lot of podcasts have sponsorships with, so I was just making a joke of that.
Same one.
Do you know what brand I'm talking about?
Uh-uh.
No.
Oh, the other. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not mainstream. I like, I go down to the mom and pop shop. I go down to Target.
Yeah. Did have a recommendation, but I forgot what it was.
That's my recommendation.
What was
Onyx Storm. It's a book.
August Storm.
Onyx Storm. I haven't finished it, but this is the 3rd book in the series, and it's a good series.
All right, dinner party abbreviation of the book. Why would someone read it?
It's about people that go to a college where you can imprint with dragons
Whoa,
and get powers.
that sounds like my type of book, Katie.
It's good.
Dragon.
It's a
imprinting.
journey. I've
That's the other thing, Nick.
That's
I've
number
learned
2.
about Nick.
Robert De Niro breaking his nose. I don't want to do, and then I want to imprint on a dragon.
I've screamed, I've cried, and I've smiled with this book. So, with the series.
That's where we're gonna put on your headstone. I screamed, I cried, and I smiled. Sorry.
Fun fact, I will not have a headstone.
Uh-huh.
There will be no place to visit anything of me.
Katie, you could say all you want. We're getting you a headstone. We're gonna
All
get
right,
you.
you're paying for it.
We could put it wherever we
putting
want to.
We're gonna put it where the heck we want.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. As long as y'all pay for it, I don't care at all.
All right, we've got the GoFundMe link. Just kidding.
For Katie's headstone when she dies.
Where should we put Katie's rock?
Yeah, the biggest donor gets a say.
It'd be wild.
Katie, I just want it because I want to put something crazy on. Like,
Do it.
Like I don't know.
But I want to be the next Lily E. Gray.
Yeah, imprinted on a dangerous dragon, and it killed. All right, what's your recommendation, Emmy?
The Texas School Book Depository.
I'm gonna say okay, mine is for that is a good one. I do recommend that. But I felt like I talked about that a lot at the top of the episode. I'm in my kids' room right now, and I like their Yoto player, which is kind of like a Tony's box, but it's a different brand. And I think it's pretty cool. And I like it better than Tony's because the Tony's, in order to play the story, you have to have like this little character that you stick on top. And the characters are really cute, but I don't know that how practical it is if you have a lot of stories and you've got all these little characters that go on top of the box. But the Yoto cards are just like these like thin little credit card things.
Whoa.
And they fit into like a book.
Hang on, did that just say Kids Bop?
Yeah. Kids Bop Greatest Hits.
Are
All
you
time.
kidding me?
All-time greatest hits. Yeah, baby.
What's on it?
Do you want to... Yeah, hold on. Let me tell you. Yeah, they got the jams. Hold on. Call Me Maybe, Havana, Party in the USA, Get the Party Started, Can't Stop the Feeling, I Got a Feeling, Old Town Road, Sucker, Since You've Been Gone, and Happy.
Man,
That's awesome. 10 out of 10.
that's one thing
so
I don't
great.
think I've ever known in life is if somebody listened to Kids Bop growing.
Yeah.
I never owned one.
I just picture
Wow.
cut to when they find the originals, your girls, and they're like, I hate the covers.
I know. It's kind of weird. It feels wrong to have them listen to Kids Bop.
I don't
But-
know if it's good. Does Dad put on VH1 still?
Oh, yeah.
So they're getting that somewhere. At least that's on TV.
Oh, yeah. They're cultured. Well, and then I listened to my, my music. Like, I was listening to the Used the other day, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of words in here that... I don't know that my kids should be listening to this, but I'm like, can they understand it? I don't know.
It's 4:00 in the what morning, Mom?
Yeah.
That's such a good song.
Daisy's ready to go to bed.
Okay. All right.
Me
Well,
too.
this has been good. I'm glad you had fun. Glad we did this. As always. And yeah, just keep
What
on
a guy.
trucking. Oh, there's Dodger. I saw his little ears pop up.
Right. He heard me say the B word.
Dodger.
Anyways.
Okay.
Well,
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Okay, bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.